buddy Rob. How are you doing today, man? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're ready for the action.
Oh, wow, man. I tell you what, the rowdy one is ready and is happy. You realize that I was able to teleport in a new friend that has never seen one of these shows before? Miss Foxy Ann over there.
Ooh, he's cool.
He's a regular at the All Around Shoes, my favorite club. And by gosh, she's in for a treat. We all in for a treat. This is a challenge of champions, ain't it?
Yeah, it sure is. This is our free review for Turbulence this month. It's called Champions Challenge. And that means the belts are on the line. And we start off the night with a dog match, which we just had, and it was awesome, was it not? Danny came out there what Danny does best, and that's win.
Danny Thunder, the Italian strong man, buddy, I tell you what, he is a tough wrestler, and it just shows. He also loves the fans. When y'all cheer him, you see the smile on his face. Yeah, buddy, I tell you what, and he wrestles right fair and square until somebody takes a cheap shot. Then it's anything goes, brother.
Yeah, that's the Fat Jack. He does. Our first match is the actual free review will be for the New Blood Championship. We got Sinister Gates, the challenger and former New Blood champion, going up against Darian the Great de Silva, the current reigning and defending New Blood champion.
Talk
should be pretty good.
Talk about a conflict and clash in styles. Sinister Gates is also known as the demon dark of rage. This dude has had a transformation. He was a heel, and now he is something else. He's a dark dude, man. You know that, right? Contrasting his style, his opponent, straightforward and tough. Both these fellas gonna have a war.
Yeah, and our second match of the night will be for the United States title. We have brother versus brother, Red Blackheart taking on Jason Blackheart. And it's for the U.S. title, but there's more at stake than that. It's a no DQ, no countout, loser leaves town match. So whoever wins this gets to stay here and claim their rightful spot in the VAW. The other one will be at the unemployment line.
Well, there's been sibling rivalries throughout the history of mankind. It's traced way back to the infamous Cain and Abel incident. I mean, there has been sibling rivalry. The Civil War in our country was a gigantic civil, if you will, gigantic sibling rivalry. Now we got it in the ring. The Blackhearts are a great family in professional wrestling. They have been thrilling fans in Second Life from border to border, from sim to sim, and by gosh, I almost said from sea to shining sea. Well, sir, it's going to be a war.
Yeah, it sure is. And our main event of the evening is for the VAW Championship. And we get Dave McLenado, once again, a former VAW champion, taking on Alexia Scant, the current reigning. Hang on. I'm trying to remember.
Listen, that's right. You're right about that. Keep going.
Okay, I was right. Nice. I'm usually wrong about one of them, so this is a record night. I'm right. Anyway, Alexius Gant. And Alexius, I tell you what, he's a tough son of gun. Sure is. And the interesting thing about tonight's matches, everyone in the matches have held that respected title. Dave Mack and Alexius, both VAW champions at one point or another. Red Blackheart, Jason Blackheart, both U.S. champions at one point or another. And Damian and Cagna, or Sinister rather, both New Blood champions at one time or another. So this is going to be interesting.
The Welsh strong man against the Italian dragon. That's all I got to say about that. You can fill in the blanks, and they certainly will with kicks, punches, and all kinds of things.
It's going to be huge, and it's going to be great. And to make your viewing pleasure even greater, we have now the new VAW Fan Interaction HUD. You can rate the show. You can tell us who you like and who you dislike. You can cheer. You can boo. It's all on this HUD. So if you would like to experience SL Wrestling like you've never experienced it before, give us a shout out. We'll get you a fan interaction.
If you can hear me, then wait a minute. Now, if I tell you how to get to where you can hear me, that means you can't hear me. So I better put that in local chat then.
We got many wrestlers here in the arena with us at this moment. And so I'd like to give them a shout out. We got Mr. Jonathan Macbeth Ramsey, Mr. Hollywood. Had a heated battle with him on Tuesday. He quite the athlete, but he couldn't match up to my physical dominance. We also have the phenomenal
I'm looking
Jamal
around,
Travis.
and I see a lot of people. I see Rocky Schmooze. I see Super Porky Tuku. I'm glad to see y'all. I see Ryan Jordison. I see Foxy Ann. Good to see y'all. Cody Rockwell there. Our referee, our Turbulence ref is Tanith Fox. I know she calls things right down the middle. She does the best she can. And then I see there's the phenomenal Jamal Travis, Jack Citron, Kaylani and Battlestar. Oh, y'all, I'm glad y'all are here. And over there, I see Lisa Stahl, Mark. There's Danny Boy, Firehawk, and then Anna Underman. Them two's always here. Mitch Brawler. I like that last name, man. Mitch Brawler. Dig that. And Kubito Schmidt.
And
we're just
1 minute.
1 minute away from the show starting.
Get your people in here. Don't let them miss it. TP in your friends, your family, people you like, people you hate, people you like to hate. It's gonna be awesome.
TP in your friends, your frenemies, your enemies. TP in your lovers, your secret lovers. But if you teleport in both at the same time, make sure they're on the other side of the ring. We want all the drama in the ring, not out there in the stands.
Sometimes the rain falls to sunrise. Sometimes I rewind to the pain that's inside. Going into midnight, working by the candlelight. Last person to rest, first person to rise. Consistent on the grind, success on my mind. Catch me at the finishing line with my hands high. I'm feeling 10 feet tall. Unstoppable, I'm the champion. Why you coming back for more? I'm undefeatable, I'm the champion. Yes, you can feel my passion, you can hear my hunger. I lightning bolt of thunder, and sometimes I just wonder. No one can hold me back, ready for my victory lap. Fully ready to rumble, so from taking back. Guess I taught the talk.
And that's the intro. Welcome to Champions Challenge. We will be underway shortly, but before we are, we got a few sponsors to give recognition to. First, we get the VAWSL group. We get the VAW Facebook, we get the VAW YouTube channel, and VAW Marketplace. There are the links and locals, and you can get merchandise and much more entertainment from these groups. So go to them, find out what they're all about. Now, it's time for Champions Challenge.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to our show. Vampires, lichens, furries, everybody is welcome in here. I tell you what, we have a fun time in here because of one thing. We all like the pro wrestling and know how a show good should be. And we watch in awe as these trained superstars slug it out in the ring.
Yeah, we sure do welcome everyone, but if you're a vampire, let me warn you, my meat's kinda tough, so don't bite me.
Well, I'm a vampire prince, and I'll tell you what, it's inappropriate to try to bite anybody in here. There'll be plenty of fighting in the ring. There'll be blood in there too, but don't you get all hungry and think you're going to jump in the ring. These wrestlers... one is in the ring. That's all I'm going to say about that. I'll tell you what, he's a spooky feller. There's Cagnar Beck, the current champion. Let me tell you what. This is going to be a fight. You got the great one, Darian, the great. And you got the dark one, Cagnar Beck.
Standing 6'9", weighing 299 pounds, from parts unknown. He is the challenger for the New Blood Championship. He is the Demon of Death, Sinister Gates. Why do I keep calling him Cagnar? I have no clue.
The Demon of Death, the Dark One. I'll tell you what, he don't play. Darian the Great da Silva, he's one of them fellers that he thinks he's greater than everybody else, especially when he looks in the mirror.
His opponent stands 6'4", weighs 223 pounds, from Tampa, Florida. The current reigning and defending New Blood Champion, Darian the Great da Silva. And your referee in charge is Kenneth Fox.
Alrighty then. It looks like the great Darian the Great got the Demon of Death in a wrist lock. He struck it, but a kick to the gut and a headlock by the Demon of Death. He brings it right back to him.
Darian and Sinister have a huge size difference. Sinister towers over Darian, and I'm gotta be honest. I'm surprised that Sinister, as big as he is taking the technical approach. I would think he'd be brawling with him right now.
Well, the reason for that is he is a technical wrestler too. Didn't you know that? And you know they say the old expression, you got to dance with what you brung. Well, he's got to dance with what he's brung to the ring. And technical, wait till the Great One takes a cheap shot. Wait, if you could actually get the Demon of Death mad, if he gets mad, buddy, that's it. All the stop's gonna be pulled out.
What are you talking about, Rowdy? The Demon of Death is the one who takes cheap shots. Darian's an honest wrestler. See, that's how good Darian is. He helps the guy up. What a class act this guy is.
You know, you're right about that. I was misunderstood. The Demon of Death is kind of reminds me of the Dead Man back when the Dead Man was a heel. He does like to mix it up.
Oh, and look at that was beautiful. You see that Hammerlock transition there?
So far, these gentlemen are giving us a clinic in catch-as-catch-can wrestling.
And that's what I expected to see from Sinister. He starts throwing blows. And he's going for, looks like a vertical suplex, but it was counted into a DDT. Oh, look at that. That's going to leave a mark.
Well, I tell you what, it looks like Darius the Great's got up on the high-risk district, the top turnbuckle. That could go for him well or go for him bad. That's a dangerous
he's taking a lot of time. Oh, but looks like he lands it. Looked like that was a modified 450 splash.
You know what? You're right about it. Darius got up from that move strong. Generally, that hurts both wrestlers, and now he's going for the...
And he can't keep him down with that. How about this ref, Rowdy? I mean, man, it's a nice change of pace from looking at Sarah Jane or Harmon Jason, I tell you that.
Our referee is definitely a good one. She calls it right down the middle. She don't play games. She is dressed in attire that is, I think, comfortable for her, but I'll tell you what, don't let that fool you. She's a good referee.
Yeah, I'm just fine with her attire, to be honest. And some blows to the stomach there in the corner by Darian the Great. There's a reason he has his fist wrapped up, because those things are lethal weapons, I guarantee you that. Oh, and a massive superplex. Oh, the ring has shaken. Oh, that had to hurt.
The old adage, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I think that Darius the Great is capitalizing on that. Notice that. High impact moves by the smaller man. It's very interesting. Superplex, do you realize how much strength and energy that must have taken him to hoist the Demon of Death up like that and slam him down? Holy guacamole, that was impressive.
Yeah, it really was impressive. I mean, they were both still down. And Darian, he got up really slowly from that exchange.
Was that a 3 count?
No, it was, they were both down, so the ref started a double and 10 count.
Oh my god.
Oh boy, I need a face palm because I feel silly. I didn't see it. I should have done saw it, and I didn't see it. I'm glad to hear, Mr. JW. Keep the rowdy ones straight.
That's why I'm the professor. I gotta educate people once in a while. Darian picking Sinister back to his feet, throws him into the rope, and Sinister just grabs on. And a massive leaping shoulder block outside of the ring.
Damn.
And the fans are watching intently as Darian and Sinister take this outside.
He said, "Behold the great one." Look at them both breathing hard. This match is taking a lot out of them. And the great one with a clothesline on the Demon of Death, and he is stomping away.
And the ref, she's letting it go for the most part. She's really letting them go at it.
Referee Tana Fox, she knows what the fans want to see. She knows what the fans want. She knows what puts the bucks in the box office and the butts in the seats, my friend.
Yeah, she sure does, and I would have to go and guess that looking at her might put a couple butts in the seat. I'm just saying, she is a looker.
JW, I agree with you. She definitely easy on the eyes.
Well,
She's all business, though, right here. She knows what her job is, and she does it.
I venture to say she's 9.5 on the scale of 10.
And fans, between matches, I just want to remind you there is Fafufnik's snack bar. They got everything you can imagine. They got cookies, candy, and ice cream. They also got tacos, and they got chili. Easy on that chili, though. We don't want this to turn into a smokehouse of all the farts.
This is bad. Darian turned his back on Sinister, and Sinister sat up. And Sinister's coming back with a rage of fury.
How many matches have been lost because somebody turned their back on the opponent? It's one of my pet peeves. And whenever I am in the squared circle, which isn't often, but when I am in there, win or lose, I try my best not to turn my back on my opponent.
And Sinister, man, that's massive vertical suplex. He's 6'9", and Darian 6'4", so that's about 12 feet up in the air. It's vicious.
It looks like the Demon of Death is in this fight now, and it's taking it to Darius.
And Sin got right to the eye and then kicked in the gut. Oh, I'm not sure if that was the gut. That looked like it may have been a little low.
Let me just say,
and a spinning heel kick.
Oh, did you see it connect too? My gosh!
Roundhouse
kick of destiny. And Tanith Fox is watching these guys as they perpetuate perfect pandemonium outside the ring.
Yeah, it's starting to get good, that's for sure.
They fighting up to the steel ramp.
Sinister is on his belly crawling up that ramp, and Darian is in hot pursuit.
Darian the Great taking it to the Demon of Rage shows you that he has not been intimidated by his smoke and the entrance of everything. He's not intimidated by his dark side. Darius has one goal, and his eyes are fixed on that goal.
Darian does not want to lose the gold that he carries around his waist.
He's a man on a mission.
He sure is. Darian grabs him by the leg and is dragging him on his back up that ramp, and that ramp ain't smooth metal, that is corrugated metal. That really scars up the back.
Holy crap, do you see him as he's dragging him up? His head is bouncing on the metal like a basketball. Oh my God, did you see that?
That was a vicious move.
Face first in the unforgiving, corrugated steel mesh.
He might need to go to... Oh, and the pyro. Oh, someone turn that pyro off. It's going off right in the face of Darian the Great the Silver.
This match is crazy. This match, both wrestlers are hurting for certain.
That... I don't know how that pyro went off. It must be defective, but it has burnt both wrestlers. They may not be able to recover from this. And the ref saying that's it. It's a no contest. Both are injured too much to continue. We might need some medics out here to get them to the back.
This match was violence to the max. This match will go down in history as one of the great matches in the VAW.
It sure will.
And the fans are the beneficiaries.
You hear that, Rowdy Rob? It's the fan approval. That's one thing that we love to hear at the VAW. And before we get started with our second match, I got a few more sponsors to recognize. The first sponsor is the VAW official website. You can go here and find out all the news and rumors, happenings in the VAW. We have Enmeshed Hunts. Enmeshed Hunts is back with the Enmeshed into Summer 2 hunt. Currently accepting applications for vendors for the summer hunt beginning May 15th, running through June 15th. If you have any questions, please, I am Zoe Evanair. Star Killer Custom Wrestling Attire. Get information just outside by the ticket booth. If you're at the location, please have a note card dropped to Hoist Fang if you see him. Rocket Fitness, the premier gym for health and fitness in SL, provides an environment for all ages. You will have access to fitness equipment, free weights, aerobic classes, Tai Chi, and much, much more. For more information, message Stormin Islay and Team Wildfire. Need an entrance video? Contact the Firebird Lyra Phoenix for a good price to get your entrance video done. And with that, it's time for the second match of the night. This match is gonna be good. It's a loser leaves town match. You excited about this loser leaves town match, Rowdy Rob? What's this? Looks like we have a appearance by the GM, Alex Xavier Haney.
Unfortunately, I regret to inform you all, I just received a phone call and Jason Blackheart will not be here tonight. He is on his way to the hospital. He is out indefinitely, which leaves me no choice but to strip him of his title and to award you Red with the title.
Oh, really? Poor little
However,
Jason.
don't think you're getting off that easily, because there will be a match tonight, and it will be for that belt, and your opponent is coming out right now.
Oh no, I'm so scared. Oh. Really? I'm facing him? Like, seriously, I face tougher opponents than him. What the fuck? I hope you're ready, Trent, because you're going to get one hell of a ass kicking.
Well, you heard it. Jason is no longer in the VAW, and your new reigning and defending U.S. champion is Big Red Blackheart, and his opponent is a newcomer. I don't know nothing about him, but I know his name is Trent Rasa, and he calls himself the Man of Steel. I do know that. And, Red is 6'4", weighs 315 pounds, from Townsend, Georgia. Referee in charge of the action is Kenneth Fox.
Man of Steel against Big Red. What the heck, Man of Steel?
Yeah, you've heard of people having hard heads. That's Trent. That's why they call him Man of Steel. His head is so hard.
And he just punched Big Red. Big Red punching back. It's going to turn into a brawl. I have to say, I'm sorry to see that Jason couldn't be in the ring to face him. Not taking anything away from Mr. Trent, but was sort of hoping for that there sibling rivalry. This is a different animal, and it's altogether equally as entertaining.
It sure is, and I tell you what, that's a crappy way to go out. Look, I don't know if Jason really going to the hospital or not. Seems to me he just got scared and he decided not to show up, knowing it's a loser leaves town match. He wouldn't have to see his brother again. That's what I think.
I tell you what, that is not Jason Blackheart. Jason Blackheart is, if there's anything I know about him, he's brave, he's courageous, and he ain't afraid of anybody. He'll take on, he's like a dachshund that don't know he's shorter that will pick a fight with a German Shepherd. That's the way I see Jason Blackheart. So for him not to be here, to be in the hospital, makes me wonder if Red Blackheart did have something to do with that.
Nah, Red's an outstanding guy. Why would he do that? He wouldn't do that. Come on. Red's a good guy. I mean, he's a boy.
Oh yeah, he's a Boy Scout. I tell you what, he's a Boy Scout that will help an old lady cross the street and let her stand in the middle and get hit by traffic. Yeah, he's a Boy Scout, all right. He's a Boy Scout that crapped in the Scout leader's boot.
Trent really taking it to Red, and Red puts a stop to that with a perfectly legal push to the head. It wasn't an eye rake, I seen it. Not an eye rake at all.
Irish whip to the ring ropes and a clothesline by Big Red. It kind of stopped the momentum of Trent, who was bringing it to him pretty fast and pretty continuously. And a flying elbow drop would make Macho Man Randy Savage go, "Ooh, yeah, dig it."
snap into a Slim Jim. Tell you what, Big Red, he taking care of business, TCB, and that's what we like to call it around here. And
Big
this
Red?
is a no DQ match.
Oh, we
So-
might see some blood, man.
We
I
gonna
think
see
old
some
Big Red's
blood.
going down there to get him something to make blood.
No disqualification. Ref can't stop it. She got to let it go on. Just don't get the ref messy, cause I kind of like how she looks right now.
Don't hit the ref, boy. Make sure if you're going to hit anybody, hit your opponent.
And Big Red with a steel pipe. But Trent counters with a DDT.
Trent got up, saw it, reacted very fast. That's that, and even if he's in a fog, he just saw it and he reacted, and he did the right thing.
That's good, cause if that pipe would have hit his chrome dome, he'd be bleeding like a stuck hog at a 4th of July picnic.
Well put. And Trent Rassa is the Man of Steel climbing the top turnbuckle, climbing to get to the high risk district while Big Red is up strong. What's going on?
And he's caught by a super kick. I thought he was taking too much time. See, that's the experience of Red. He knows how to work in that ring. He knows what to do.
That was good timing.
Red, he is really fatigued. But I will be too. This guy's been giving him all he can take. And a powerful spear there by Red Blackheart. And a pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count. I ain't putting the Man of Steel away that easy. And Red, come on, Red. You would train better than this. Don't take your eye off.
Alright, Red Blackheart got his back turned on the Man of Steel as he argues with the referee.
Aye, boss.
Oh, and a massive back rake there by Trent Rassa. See? Red's
He run his hand down the back of Trent and popped open all the zips on his back, too.
A bit fireman's carry. Red's been a boy
Everybody now
scout.
say, ooh.
He hasn't tried to take any cheap shots on anyone. And he gets treated like that. I tell you what.
Red Blackheart is a devious heel. The Man of Steel, Trent Rassa, he is impressive. First time I've seen him fight, he may have made a mistake or two, but who knows? And look at that high-flying swanton bomb!
Gosh.
Over the top rope, right on top of, oh my.
And he landed hard on that concrete floor out there. That's gotta hurt. He could have a cracked back right now.
You can't really do a high-flying move without a leg down without getting hurt. Both of these wrestlers are on the ground. Hurt. Looks like referee Tanner Fox is about to do some counting. See that?
If
She counted one.
Trent can get the upper hand and get the pin, we could be crowning a new champ tonight. Again. And Trent has Red in a massive front face lock. And they're throwing blows now.
They're getting violent outside the ring as it should. They start to fight. It seemed like Trent has recovered from that swanton bomb. And there's a kick to the gut. He helped him up and kicked him in the gut. Of course, can't blame him. Up into a vertical suplex. Oh!
In a massive vertical suplex. It looks like Trent hit his back there on those steel steps. Those don't give any, I guarantee you that.
I would say his chiropractor's going to get rich this week. After the match, he's going to have some B&D. You know what that is?
I have no idea what that is.
Beer and Demerol.
Big Red says it's time to crack a skull. He about to go 12 shades of crazy on this dude. You know, Big Red doesn't know karate, but he knows crazy. That's for sure.
Well, I tell you what, I know karate, aikido, taekwondo, and I know all those Asian words.
Oh, and a drop kick, sending Trent into those steel steps.
Looks like Red Blackheart knows how to use those steel steps to his advantage. The only thing I'm wondering is, if Trent recovers, will Red get a taste of his own medicine?
And Red was putting the boots to Trent there against those steel steps.
And this match is no hold bars, no rules. That means both of these fellas can beat the crap out of each other.
Big Red sits down, crisscross applesauce, and looks under the ring for another weapon. It looks like he grabbed another steel pipe.
That there steel pipe, it's for plumbing. He's gonna open up a valve in Red's head and make the blood flow out. I don't know. We'll have to see.
And the fans, they're totally behind Trent, and Did you hear that going off his spinal cord? That, oh, this can't be good.
If Ron Simmons was here, he would say, "Damn!"
And he whips him back into the ring.
Well, that's a wise thing because he pins them inside the ring. More fans can see it, and it's more likely to be a legitimate pin. That's if he can pin him.
Entrance climbing up. Red's climbing up.
He pins them
Trent's
inside the
climbing
ring. More fans can see it. Up in the top turnbuckle, and the flying elbow drop.
Oh, right to the cranium. And he's going for the pin. And that's it, folks. The 3 count. Big Red Blackheart has successfully defended the U.S. title. You'll win. And still, United States champion, Red Blackheart.
This was a no-hold-bars match. Red using the 4-0. Say what you will about Red Blackheart. He had to use the pipe to win this match, and if this was a regular match with all
he still would have won.
That remains to be seen because
No,
Mr. Trent has a bright future in this business. He really showed himself well in this match. It's just that it was no hold bars. Maybe he wasn't used to this, but it was a good fight.
Well, before we get on to the main event of the evening, we got a few more sponsors to let you know about. First, don't forget you can pick up the VAW Fan Interaction HUD. Anyone with a VAW tag, say, hey, I want it, and we'll get it to you. Also, Hotspot Clothing. For all your Hotspot clothing needs, check out Candy Trice, former women's champion and VAW Hall of Famer, has set out to create innovative mesh and non-mesh clothing designs for men and women. Also, Lush Audio. For all your Shoutcast stream needs, check out Lush Audio, the oldest soundcast provider in SL with special auto DJ and live stream options available. For more information, contact TJ Lusk. And finally, VAW Twitter. Check it out. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Bookmark us on YouTube. Do it all. Just do it. And with that, it's time for the main event of the evening.
This match for all the marbles. The Italian Dragon, Alexis Gant, and the Welsh Strongman, Dave McNamara. Oh my gosh. It's
Let's
a
do
match.
Let's do some introductions. Your challenger stands 6'5", weighs 275 pounds. He hails from Bangor, North Wales. He is Dave McNamara. His opponent is the current reigning and defending VAW champion. He stands 6'8", weighs 256 pounds, hailing from Italy. The Italian Dragon, Alexis Gant. And when it is time, your ref in charge of the action is Tanith Fox.
This is a match between countries. In my eyes, the nation of Wales and the UK against Italy. Ancient Rome versus the ancient Celtics. I'll tell you what, it's a power pack match.
It is. I gotta go for my buddy Dave Mack. I mean, he is the man. He's held
He's well strong, man.
He's held the VAW title so many times I can't even count them all. He has a.
Well, sir, you're right about that. I cannot take that away from him. But one thing I will say, the fans know how arrogant he is. Notice the boos as he came out. It's one thing you can't deny. Right now, the fans seem to be behind the Italian Dragon, Alexis Gant.
And they making Alexius back into a lockup, and Alexius with leverage enough to pull out a wrist lock, but he's cut off with a knee to the gut and a Irish whip to the ropes. And Alexius slides underneath. Daymatch turns around, kick to the gut, and a DDT plants him right on that head of his. And a nice headlock takeover, also known as a headlock float over. There's a ton of leverage there, and it's a headlock takedown pin and 1 count.
That move's always attitude check. That move's always it's to show his opponent that he's awake and he knows what's going on. Every time I've seen that kind of move, it never results in a 3 count, but it does what it's supposed to do.
Oh, and Alexius muscling up the big Welsh strong man with a big Samoa drop and a pin. And a 2 count.
There's a 1, 2, and a no.
Lillian outside that ringside cheering on her husband. And I still think Matt's gonna win this.
I tell you,
Alexius climbing up.
this match can go either way. I mean,
and
both
turning
to the
with
table.
a bear hug to a big belly-to-belly suplex.
That was a testament to the strength of the Welsh strongman. Caught him in the air, bear hug, put pressure on his lungs, and wham! That took the air right out of him.
Alexius is in the corner. He's trying to catch his breath, but Daymac is following up like every good wrestler should, with a shoulder thrust in the corner, one after another.
Once Dave Mack has recovered,
And the ref is trying to get him out. Go ahead.
hey man, once Dave Mack has recovered from any kind of thing, that's pretty much it. He's going to start pounding on you, and before you know it, he'll get you in a doomsday device.
And he's putting Alexius up on the corner turnbuckle, setting him up for something. I'm sure it's gonna be big. Dave
knows how to.
Go ahead.
Dave knows how to taunt his opponent. Did you see that? He said, "Time to fly, dragon," and caught him with a superplex.
And a fast pin, only a 2 count. I think that was a funny play on words. Basically, Dave Mack is calling Alexius a dragonfly.
Well, Alexius the Flying Dragon, he had enough to kick out of a 3 count, so he's still in the fight.
You know, a couple weeks back, I had the privilege of facing Dave Mack at the anniversary of Turbulence. And he came out victorious, so I know exactly how strong he is.
One, two, and no potatoes. In pro wrestling, a 2 count don't mean nothing. It close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
And he putting the boots to Alexius. He try and bruise up that rib cage to make it hard for Alexius to breathe. Whoa.
It looks like the dragon flew all right. Flew right into a high cross body, a kind of a backward somersaulting high cross body. That's what I call flying.
I actually think that was a vaulting inverted DDT.
And whatever you call it, look at Dave Mack. He's down on the mat. He's down there.
Yeah.
And Alexius, the gat on the top turnbuckle, a dragon looks like he is stalking his opponent. He is right where he likes to be. We shall see. We shall see if this really is going to work in his favor.
Took too much time getting up, and it looks like Dave Mack moved out of the way just in the nick of time. No, Dave Mack gets two knees to the chest.
He got 2 knees to the chest from the top turnbuckle around all the way over in midair. The impact had to be harder, and I'll tell you what, if that was me, I'd go for the pin right now.
But Alexius is moving back to the turnbuckle, and Dave Mack's getting up again. This could be a mistake for Alexius. And caught in a vicious set-out powerbomb. And only count.
Wow. That was close. That could have been worse. Could have been a doomsday device, but it wasn't.
Both men slow getting up. They've really had a lot taken out of them this match. And Alexius with a kick to the gut and a massive clothesline, taking the big man off of his feet, and now he putting the boots to Dave Mack. And he's picking him up.
Oh, leg breaking, knee ripping, figure 4. Nature Boy. The likes of this figure 4, the Nature Boy Ric Flair would even be jealous.
Alpin Chris was
Chris
in the
was in the
building
building earlier.
And the Nature Boy Alpin Chris, I know one thing about it. He's got to be watching this match and saying, yep, that's what I'd do. Break both that feller's legs.
And Daymac drags herself to the ropes. It looks like he made it.
The Welsh strongman, his strength comes into play like this. When he's in a submission hold, he knows his way to the ropes, and he's able to pull his way over to the ropes. That I can say.
Yeah, it looks like Alexius was taking the dirty way and holding that move a little extra. And what's this?
Ooh.
A vicious vertical suplex sending
A vertical suplex over the top rope down to the unforgiving concrete. Oh my God.
That spot in the concrete has to be dented because every match tonight so far has gone out to that exact same spot. Oh, and it looked like Alexius was going for an Irish whip, but Daymac reverses it, sending Alexius into the steel steps, full steam ahead. And what's this? And a snake eyes by Daymac nodded to Alexius can't ride on that steel step.
Wow.
This could bust him open. And only a 2 count. Can you believe this, fans? There's only a 2 count. Alexius must be made of something other than flesh and bone. And a big inverted atomic drop followed by a DDT taking Alexius down, They're selling t-shirts right now. That's what they're doing. This is how you make your living as a pro wrestler. The harder your matches are, the more t-shirts you sell, the more people want to wear your merchandise. They making money. That's all there is to it. Daymac making a fundamental error here by going up to the corner and taunting the fans.
And his back is on his opponent, of course, but it's also giving Alexis Katz a chance to catch his breath. Dave McLenota charges his opponent, His opponent, the Dragon Alexis Gant, back body drops him right over the top turnbuckle, right down to the unforgiving hard concrete. Buddy, I tell you what, both these fellers have chiropractors that must be smiling and seeing dollar signs.
Yeah, I guarantee you, after tonight's action, the chiropractors will be going crazy with the VAW wrestlers in there. And Alexius comes charging out of the ring, taking Dave Mack out, and now he's picking him right back up. Because he knows he cannot defend that title out on the floor.
Dave Mack stops the Italian Dragon in his tracks with an eye rake. Something as simple as an eye rake can stop anybody on a momentum. How does Rowdy One know this? That's because I use it in my matches.
So you're going on record and saying you're a rule breaker, Rowdy Rob?
Hell no, brother. I ain't no rule breaker. I'm just a smart wrestler, and my fans agree with me. I go toe-to-toe with anybody catch as catch can, including you, Mr. Professor. Take a cheap shot, buddy, I'll turn around and brawl with you.
I don't know if you keep up brawling with me, brother.
I don't back down. You can back me up to the gates of hell, and I don't back down. You can put that in the bank, brother.
Back to
Two
the
wrestlers.
match, it looks like Daymac has a steel chair. He hits him with this. It'll be a disqualification. Yeah, he misses. Let's see.
There's a chair shot, sure as shit.
Oh, and a beautiful lion salt off that middle rope. I think he calls it the dragon salt.
He nailed him with the dragon salt despite that chair shot. This could be all she wrote.
And it looks like he has him in the dreaded dragon clutch. This could be the end. It's a dragon sleeper.
You can struggle and struggle against this, but once the blood flow to the brain is blocked, nothing but unconsciousness will seep in, even to the strongest of.
Yeah, and because Daymac cannot put his arms down to crawl, he pretty much stuck right there in the middle of the ring. And Daymac can't take it no more. He taps. He can't take it no more. And your winner and still VAW champion, the Italian Dragon.
Now I have seen everything. And Professor, I thought I'd seen everything under the sun, but Dave McLenata tapping out? That I never thought I'd see in a million years.
Well, folks, that does it for us here at VAW Champions Challenge. Make sure you tune in next week on Tuesday, VAW Final 4. It will be the free preview for our Elite brand. We got some great matches lined up. And make sure to check out our website. We get exciting news happening all the time. With that, I am JW Beeswing, and this is my commentary partner, Rowdy Rob. And we'll see you guys next time. Same wrestling place, same wrestling time.
Well, I tell you